A mirror once told the truth, but centuries later it lies reflecting desires shaped by power and survival. Across history, beauty was never fixed. It moved with fear, wealth, climate, and the stories societies told themselves. In prehistoric caves, fullness meant life, carved into stone as wide hips promised fertility and endurance against winter. Scarcity ruled taste then. Thinness whispered danger, while abundance signaled safety in brutal, uncertain landscapes of early humanity. Ancient Egypt painted elegance in symmetry, kohl-lined eyes, smooth skin glowing beneath desert suns of ritual, order, divinity. Beauty mirrored gods and order, because looking divine meant living closer to eternity itself through ritual, power, symbols. In classical Greece, bodies became mathematics, balanced proportions echoing philosophy, discipline and rational perfection through marble, sweat, training. To be beautiful was to be controlled, measured and aligned with reason, by civic ideals, public gaze, expectation.
Medieval Europe dimmed beauty under piety, praising pale skin and fragility as spiritual purity alone. Earthly desire felt dangerous, so holiness reshaped what faces were allowed to desire openly then. Across Asia, elegance favored restraint, porcelain skin, flowing lines, and harmony with nature itself, deeply. Beauty became quiet power, not loud display, cultivated patiently across generations through ritual, art, memory. Then wealth returned, and Renaissance bodies softened, celebrating curves, color, and human pleasure again openly. Paintings breathed warmth, declaring that abundance meant health, success, and divine favor within society itself.
Centuries later, corsets tightened ideals, sculpting women into symbols of discipline, class, and control enforced by fashion, authority. Pain hid beneath silk, proving beauty often demanded suffering without applause from obedient bodies, silent smiles enduring judgment. Industrial cities later flipped desire again, praising thinness as labor replaced leisure and food became cheap everywhere, suddenly. A small body suggested discipline, speed, and modern efficiency within crowded streets, factories, clocks, smoke, noise, progress, culture. Hollywood screens globalized beauty, exporting faces, waists, and smiles as aspirational currency through light, film, fantasy, desire, repetition. For the first time, millions compared themselves to the same illusion projected worldwide, endlessly, daily, silently, persuasively, everywhere. The late 20th century accelerated everything, swinging from extreme thinness to hyper-curated perfection driven by media, speed, consumption. Beauty became performance, optimized, filtered, and monetized at scale through screens, algorithms, attention, markets, trends, cycles, pressure, anxiety. And then something fractured as voices rose questioning who these standards truly served and who they harmed, excluded, silenced. Movements reframed beauty as diversity, resilience, and lived authenticity across bodies, ages, cultures, scars, histories, identities, experiences, humanity. Today, timelines collide, ancient instincts battling algorithms inside glowing rectangles of phones, mirrors, feeds, metrics, desire, approval, visibility. We inherit every era at once, confused, empowered, and constantly renegotiating worth through choice, resistance, awareness, empathy, reflection. Beauty never lived in faces alone. It lived in survival, power, technology, and the stories we told ourselves about value, belonging, safety, meaning. When we understand that, standards loosen their grip and compassion quietly takes their place within culture, hearts, choices, futures, together, slowly, humanely. If this journey shifted your perspective, like, share and subscribe to keep exploring humanity together. Comment what beauty meant in your world and how it's changing now for you personally.